So, the film starts with a girl who is going towards the church in the morning. It was shown that a strange man named Yang was following her, who even comes after her to the church. Another girl named Yun was keeping an eye on Yang all along the way, and she was looking at her with hatred. Church hymns were being sung in the church at that time. Yang came and sat among these people and started staring at this girl mysteriously. That girl, out of fear, told this to her friends that a man is following her. After which the hymns ended, and everyone started going out of the church. That girl, whose name is Shin, was going out of the church. Yang also started following her again. But at the same time the priest stopped him. The priest says to Yang, "It is the first time that I saw you in the church." The priest takes him to his office and asks him to fill a form so that he can become a member of this church. Now why would he become a member of this church? To tempt him, Priest Sung Min also gifts him a jacket from the church. Meanwhile, he gets a call from someone. It was a detective's call, through which the priest receives a heartbreaking news that his wife is having an affair with someone else. Priest expresses his anger by killing an insect. At the same time, it is shown inside that Yang was staring at the priest's family photo in a strange way. As the priest goes inside, Yang tells him that I have filled the form and I am about to leave. Hearing this, Priest Sung Min becomes happy and starts putting him on his shoes. During this, he sees a tracking device on Yang's feet, which the police put on criminals to track them after they are released from jail. Seeing this, he understood that Yang has committed a lot of crimes in the past. So, while leaving, he tells Yang that the church is for everyone. God loves everyone and forgives them. Everyone should apologize to God and ask for a second chance from him. After he left, when Priest Sung Min went inside, he saw that Yang had been tricked. He had not even filled the form when Yang came out of the church. So, we saw that Yun was still staring at him with anger. On the other hand, Priest Sung Min also left from here with his wife. On the way they saw that a very big church was being constructed. Priest Sung Min's wife asks him that why don't you talk to the chief priest? You have been leading that small church for so many years. Now you should get a chance to lead a big church. On his wife's request, Priest Sung Min goes to the chief priest, and he comes to know that he was getting this big church built for his son. He had chosen his son to be the head priest there. Hearing this, Priest Sung Min became very sad. But then he thought that this is also a decision of God. When Sung Min leaves from here, on the way he comes across the son of the chief priest, who was having fun with his group at this time. Priest Sung Min congratulates him for Heaven Church. Then he says that to tell you the truth, I have no interest in it. I discuss it to Dad. You deserve to lead that church. But Priest Sung Min leaves from here after forbidding him. Here finally we start to know about a girl named Yun, who was keeping an eye on Yang all the time. Yun was a police officer, and she used to be very sad because her sister had died, for which she considered herself responsible. Even today her father was advising her to forget what happened. No one can change destiny. You should move on in your life. But till date Yun has not been able to get over it because her sister's spirit scares her a lot. And it makes her realize that you could have saved me, but you did not save me. From the flashback we come to know the story of Yun's sister's death, whose killer was none other than Yang, who first kidnapped Yun's sister and then killed her by torturing. That is why Yun was after Yang till now. Here in the church, this time Priest Sung Min was alone. He prays to God for Heaven Church, asking for forgiveness for his mistakes. That is, he genuinely wished to be the head priest there. But then he gets a call from his wife, and he gets to know that someone had kidnapped his daughter. Priest's daughter used to stay in the daycare all day. So, the priest asks the daycare staff to help identify the kidnapper's appearance. Sung Min wonders who could have done this. He catches the sight of Yang's picture on the printer, which he had taken in the morning. Sung Min's family photo was also lying nearby. Seeing this, Sung Min remembered that today, Yang was staring at this picture. And, at that very moment, the rain intensified. The ceiling of the church started leaking and water fell on Yang's picture, due to which his picture started changing into a demon's picture. And Sung Min thought that God has communicated to him in this way and revealed him about the real criminal. That's why he checks the Yang's record and finds out that he had a serious criminal background. Now he finds out his address and goes to his house in his car. He sees that he was taking out the digging tools from his car in such heavy rain. Sung-min thought that he has come after disposing of a dead body. Then he thought of his daughter, and he immediately complained while calling the police. That I suspect that the kidnapper of my daughter is Yang. He is at his home right now. Please come and arrest him. After a while, Yang left from there again, taking the car. Sung-min, who was standing outside the house, followed him. He was going through the mountains. He noticed it along the way that Sung-min is following him. That's why he stopped the car and came out and asked him, "Pastor, why are you following me?" Sung-min got out of his car courageously and, ignoring Yang's words, he started checking Yang's car, in which his daughter was not there. Now he looks at Yang's feet. There was no tracking device in it which he had seen this morning. Seeing this, he came to know that now even the police will not be able to track him. To save his life, Sung-min immediately started sitting in his car. Then Yang stopped him, and a fight started between them. Yang wanted to kill Sung-min because he felt that Sung-min has come to know everything about him. In an attempt to save himself, when Sung-min pushes Yang, then he falls down from a hill, and he gets hurt on his head. When Sung-min goes ahead and looks, he comes to know that Yang has died. He was still shocked to see his death when he got a call from his wife who tells him that their daughter has come home. She was trying to tell him this for long, but his phone was showing a busy signal. Actually, his friend has taken his daughter to his house. Hearing this, Sung-min gets shocked because he had committed a deadly sin. He had killed a person and there was no forgiveness for this crime. He keeps thinking that God will never forgive him now, and then lightning flashes here, and he sees a shadow of God, from which he understands that God is talking to him. He is trying to make him understand by communicating with him that he did do anything wrong. He has just killed a devil, and this has benefited the society. Otherwise, who knows how many more Yang would have hurt. Now Sung-min takes off the jacket given by the church from Yang's body and throws it into the water. In the next scene, it is shown that Yun had come out of the shock of her sister's death and had returned to her job. But call it her good luck or bad luck, she gets the first case to arrest Yang as she rejoins. Because Yang was missing for 2-3 days, and along with him a girl, Shin, was also missing. The girl whom we saw in the beginning of the movie. The police tell, according to Shin's friends, they have seen Yang following Shin. Yang has also broken his tracking device, which is making it difficult to track him. The priest had also complained against Yang at night, that Yang has kidnapped his daughter, which means Yang had committed 2 crimes within night. Now Yun and her team go to search for Yang, and they first search his house, where they see that Yang had drawn a big picture of Demon Eye on a big wall of his house, and this eye was attracting the souls of humans towards itself. Here we see Sung-min sitting in the church. He was crying and asking God for forgiveness, and saying that, please, the police should not know anything about this. He had just said this when the police arrived here, which means Yun and her team, they had come to ask him only that last night you had complained against Yang about your daughter. Here Sung-min speaks partial truth and says, he was staring at my family picture mysteriously last night. I also knew about his criminal records, that's why I suspected that he has kidnapped my daughter. I also went to his house where I saw that he was taking out stuff from his car, as if he had come after disposing of a dead body. But at the same time, I got a call from my wife, who told me that our daughter has been found. Hearing this, I went back home, and I don't know what happened after that. Now the officers left after asking them that if you know anything then you must tell us. Because the girl named Shin who came to your church has been missing for the last 2 days. And only Yang knows about it. Yun, who is observing the whole church, finds the same picture of Yang in the printer on which water was spilled. And she also notices Priest Sung-min's those shoes on which hill soil was stuck. Well, here we see Priest Sung-min, who is still feeling very guilty. He now goes to the chief priest to make his confession, where he sees that the chief priest is just as upset about his son's closeness to a church member, and that girl had uploaded the pictures of both of them on a private website, due to which the chief priest was getting bad reputation. So he was going to send his son away from here to South Korea. The chief priest tells him that I had dreamed Heaven Church as something marvelous, but my son destroyed all. And now I have come to this conclusion, that you should be made the head priest of that church. Hearing this, he became very happy. He realized that as soon as he killed a devil on God's command as he killed Yang, God gave him such a big church as a gift, and at this time, he sees a shadow of God in this church as well. In the police station, we see a psychiatrist who is treating Yang. He tells that Yang has become better to a great extent than before. He was also getting his treatment done regularly. But now I don't know why he sketched this demonic eye in his house. But it is clear from this that even now his mental condition is not good. Yun got very angry after hearing this from the doctor. She understood that once again this doctor would protect him, using his mental condition as a shield. Once again, she was saying this because all this had happened earlier in her sister's case. Yang had killed her sister, but he was not punished, because the same doctor provided him relief by declaring Yang mentally ill. The doctor also clarified to the court that if they have to catch a criminal, then they should arrest Yang's father, who tortured Yang a lot in his childhood and made him in this condition. Actually, Yang did not kill Yun's sister. He only tortured her. But due to the torture, she started fearing Yang and all men, and to end this fear, she ended her life. While leaving the court, Yun also said to the court authority that how can the court not punish a criminal by saying that he is mentally ill? But he has committed the crime, right? Seeing her crying and wailing condition, her companions took her away from here. Anyway, the scene shifts to the present, and we see Yun who meets the doctor again. She says to him that now once again you are trying to save Yang, but we have to save Shin. Then the doctor says that if you have to save Shin, then you should understand Yang. Through him only you will get to know about Shin. I am just a doctor and can check the mental condition of people. Here in the church, we see that Shin's mother comes to priest Sung Min and asks him to pray for her daughter. Shin's mother's condition was very bad, so the priest himself goes to drop her. And then Shin's mother receives a call from the police, and she is told that they have found Yang's van. Hearing this, Sung Min feels slightly afraid, and he takes Shin's mother to the crime scene. Here he was asking strange questions to the police nervously, like whether any dead body was found there. And such questions due to which Yun and her team start suspecting priest Sung Min. Yun also understood that the priest knows something, because he was the last one to see Yang. Now priest Sung Min meets his wife and gives her the good news that he is now going to lead that big church, due to which his wife also becomes happy. But Sung Min tells her that I have come to know everything about your affair. It is better that we make all our confessions before leading that big church, and we make a new beginning. A tense and emotional atmosphere hangs between them, but then they confess to each other and start a new life. During this time, Sung Min was taking his wife to a hospital, where all the priests' wives pray for the patients so that they get well soon. And here priest Sung Min comes to know about a man who was injured last night after falling from a hill. And he had fallen into the water, and somehow he was able to bring himself to this hospital by crawling. It was not possible to treat that man in this local hospital. The nurse says that I have been calling an ambulance for a long time to go to a central hospital, which has not yet come here. Sung Min's wife tells all of them that we have seen on the way, that the ambulance is stuck on the way. Here, Sung Min thinks that God has saved him once again. God saved him from the deadly sin that he was about to commit. He now goes to Yang's room to see him. On going to Yang, Sung Min hears that even in unconsciousness he was saying the same thing. That priest Sung Min tried to kill me. Hearing this, he gets scared and suddenly Yang regains consciousness. Sung Min was not able to understand what to do. Then he sees Angel in the clouds. He considers this also as a sign from God and takes Yang from here and runs away. The police had also received the news about Yang that he was in this small hospital. When the police also come here, they all get worried to see that Yang was not here at all. Yun had also seen Sung Min's wife here, and she understood that it was definitely Sung Min who ran away from here with Yang, and this was true too. Sung Min takes him to an empty building and ties him up. And he tells him that I don't know why God brings me to you again and again. Actually, God wants me to kill you because you are a demon and a danger to the society. Right now, I have tied you up, but whether to kill you or not, I will tell you after God's next message. Now Yang tells Sung Min that if you kill me, then you will never be able to find Shin. He tells Sung Min that it is better that you hand me over to the police, and I will tell you Shin's location. Sung Min was not such a stupid. He knew that as Yang leaves from here, he will speak out against him in front of the police. In anger, Sung Min starts beating him and asks him about Shin's location. Seeing this, Yang tells him that I am not the demon. You are the demon. Look at your condition. After all, when Yang does not say anything, Sung Min leaves from here. Because he had to pray for Shin at the church today, where many people had also come. Here, Yun was now searching about the pastor, and she remembered that yesterday she had seen the shoes of the pastor, which were covered with the mountain soil, and it was possible only if he went to the mountains. He must have done something with Yang in the mountains. Yun remembers that yesterday there was mountain soil on Sung Min's shoes, and Yang also had an accident by falling from the mountains. So, there could definitely be a connection between them. Coming out of the church, she checks the tires of Sung Min's car where mulberry fruits were stuck to them. When she searches about it, she comes to know about mulberry farms where a building was empty, and while going there, she actually finds Yang. Here, when Sung Min was praying in the church, while reading the Bible, he got another message from God that Yang is a demon, kill him. Reading this, he gets very excited. On the other hand, Yun was about to kill Yang, because she was filled with rage for Yang in her heart. Her sister's spirit also tells Yun to kill Yang, but she is unable to pull the trigger. Then Yang also tells her that Shin is still alive. She beats him up badly to ask where did you keep Shin, but Yang tells her that I will not tell you, you take me to the police. Only then I will tell you this. Meanwhile, Sung Min arrives here, who attacks Yun on the head from behind and makes her fall. And then he ties her up too. Here, Yun says to him that you are doing wrong. There is still time, you surrender yourself to the police, you will get less punishment. And Shin is still alive anyway, if we kill him, we will not be able to find Shin. Then Sung Min tells him that Shin has died long ago, and God has told me this. He is just trying to deceive us to save his life. He is trying to save himself by saying that Shin is alive, although I myself saw him bringing such things that day, as if he was coming after burying someone's dead body. Sung Min also comes to know while talking that Yang had also killed Yun's sister. Despite this, if Yun is trying to save Yang, then definitely a demon has entered inside her as well. He was thinking about these things when Yang came from behind and attacked Sung Min. Here, Yun also helped Yang. To save Yang's life, he handcuffed Sung Min, because he had to know about Shin from Yang. At this point, a commotion ensues and Yang's wheelchair starts turning backwards after getting stuck in something, and he quickly comes down from the building. Yun was trying to save him, but the weight was too much. Before falling, he told Yun for the last time that Shin has been eaten by the one-eyed monster, which means that the priest was telling the truth. That God had told him everything and Yang had killed Shin. Here Pastor Sung Min is arrested and he is investigated that why did you catch Yang? And why did you try to kill him twice? Then he says that I had received such a command from God. Then it is shown that Shin was still alive and she was in a house which was being knocked down. While on the other hand, Yun, who was investigating this case, is told by a psychiatrist about a disease where people experience strange things that seem meaningful to them. Although those things do not have any meaning, priest Sung Min also had the same disease, due to which he was seeing God in everything, and he was considering signs as God's commands. After this, Yun remembers the doctor's words that if you want to find Shin, then you have to find Yang. She asks the doctor about Yang. The doctor tells her that Yang's father used to torture him a lot in his childhood. That's why he started seeing demons in everything. They used to keep him in an attic, where there was a round window, which he started believing to be the demon's eye. Immediately she remembers that Yang had told her that Shin was eaten by the one-eyed demon, which means she must be in the same house where Yang used to live earlier. Knowing this, she immediately calls her support team and takes them to the houses where Yang used to live earlier and the house which these people were about to knock down. But before that, Yun saved Shin going there. Shin was in the same attic where Yang used to live. Finally, after saving Shin, Yun comes to the priest and tells him that we caught Shin alive. Hearing this, the priest is very surprised and tells her that God had told me that she died. Then she tells the priest about his mental illness. It is connected to the brain, and in this disease, people start seeing meaning in every meaningless thing. And this is what had happened with Sung Min. She tells him that what you were considering as God's revelations was just your mental disorder. The disorder was still in its early stage. Priest Sung Min also understood his psychological condition. And he also confessed his sins and decided to stay in jail on his own will, although he could have got exemption due to the mental illness. In the jail, he again sees the picture of God on the wall, but he starts cleaning the wall, because he understood that it is just his psychiatric disorder. While on the other hand, Yun's problem was that he used to see her sister's spirit. So, the doctor tells her that it is not actually your sister's spirit, but your guilt taking spirit's form. Yun also understood this, and she removed this guilt from her heart. That she herself is behind her sister's death, and in this way, she also stopped seeing that spirit. And this is how the movie ends here. It is with this lesson that wrong thinking can never be a God revelation. Killing someone was a crime for which the priest was undergoing the punishment, and this is where the movie ends.